that the White House wants. Let's return now to Pete Hoekstra, the ranking Republican on House Intelligence. Thanks for your patience. Interesting interview there, seeing what's happening over there on the Senate side. But I wanted to ask you about foreign policy. A lot going on in North Korea. We're hearing reports, and they seem to be confirmed by American diplomats, that North Korea has signaled around the world that the succession is fixed, that the ailing leader, Kim Jong Il, has designated his third son, the youngest son, to be his successor. What does that tell you? What does that tell you in particular about the power of the military? Will the military really be a regent for this young man? Now, that's a picture of him when he was 11. We don't have a more recent picture, but he's not that much older. He's in his young 20s.
Yeah, I think really what it tells you is that when there is a regime change, or when Kim Jong Il passes away, there probably won't be much of a change in policy in North Korea. That will not provide an opening for, an engagement or a rethinking of the world strategy for how they engage North Korea.
And in that case, you don't think that there is a really good opportunity now? We've seen a lot of hardline gestures, obviously the nuclear test, the missile test. We're hearing the possibility of another long-range missile test. I don't know what you think that is imminent as well. If that is imminent, what does that tell you about near-term possibilities with the North?
Well, what it tells you is that North Korea is continuing its belligerent tone. But, this is a problem that we faced for more than a decade. President Clinton tried to deal with it. He had his policies. They did not work. President Bush had a slightly different initiative and a set of policies. They didn't work. And I think that President Obama is finding the same thing out, that dealing with this regime is very, very difficult. Trying to predict and anticipate what they're going to do is difficult.
There is an Obama official who is quoted on the wires on Reuters as saying, and I understand that this was a not on the record meeting with people at a think tank, that they are expecting a warming of relations and an overture from the North. You're not seeing that in the intelligence.
We're not seeing that in the intelligence. We're not seeing that in any of the actions that they've taken over the last few weeks. The other thing is, this is something that we've heard consistently over the last number of years, that there was going to be an opening, and whenever those openings appear ever so slightly, the door always seems to be slammed shut very, very quickly. I think that the Obama administration would be well advised that if someone's talking about a warming of relations, let's make sure we see the proof in their actions, because otherwise it'll be just one more time with Charlie Brown having the football put in front, and they kick it, and they pull the ball away before the ball's ever kicked.
Kim Jong Il is Lucy. It's an interesting analogy,
right,
but I get what you're saying exactly. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Hey, great. Thank you,
Congressman Hoekstra. And thanks again for your patience while we were going around the Senate side.
Yeah.
Busy day on Capitol Hill, and coming up next, the latest on